Hi guys, Frank here with Build Your Own, and this is my 1994 Chevy Cheyenne C1500 with the 4.3 liter V6 engine. Last night I beefed up my ignition system with a firepower ignition kit from Performance Distributor. I have the Chevy 4.3 liter firepower ignition kit, which consists of Screamin Demon Coil, Dyna-Module, LiveWire spark plug wires, and a brass terminal cap and rotor. I also replaced my Autolite spark plugs for some ACDelco rapid fire spark plugs. This kit is a real power enhancer and fits 1987 through 1996 Chevy and GMC trucks. So in this video, I'll do a full review of the Chevy 4.3 firepower ignition kit from Performance Distributor. As you can see, the engine idles really good. That smoke you see, that's not the engine. I just put some engine dressing on the motor. See how shiny it is and how pretty it is in here. And I got some on the exhaust manifold, so it's burning off, and that's why you see the smoke. There's nothing wrong with the engine. So this firepower ignition kit is really nice. The truck, it already ran good. Now it purrs even better. I took it for a late night drive last night after I got done doing this super tune-up, as I call it, and the truck runs fantastic. Okay, so now that I have the air cleaner off the truck, we can see the Chevy 4.3 firepower ignition kit a little bit better. And so, like I said, the kit includes a Screamin Demon Coil, an 8-pin Dyna-Module, LiveWires. Those are the blue spark plug wires. They're awesome. And it comes with a different cap and rotor. So what we're gonna do is talk about each component individually. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the Screamin Demon Coil. And if you're not sure what the coil is, this is the old coil, the stock factory coil that was off the truck. This is what I took off the truck last night. If you're not sure where your coil is, let me show you where the coil goes real fast. Okay, so the location of the coil, if you're not sure where your coil is, so obviously this is your distributor cap and rotor. The coil is actually right here. It's right here. There's a couple of bolts that go down, and I think it's a 10mm bolt that hold that coil on, and that's where the coil is. If you follow this wire, you can see the blue wire right here. This one goes right to the coil. So that's the Screamin Demon Coil that's now installed on the truck. So here's that old coil. I just got it set up here real quick so you can see it. And then, like I said, the Screamin Demon Coil is installed right there. So here's what Performance Distributor has to say about their Screamin Demon Coil. Improve the power and efficiency of your fuel-injected Chevy with the high-voltage Screamin Demon Coil. Their Screamin Demon Coils are designed for distributorless and computer-controlled ignition systems to increase performance by intensifying spark output. They also go on to say that their Screamin Demon Coil allows you to open up the spark plug gaps to a whopping 65 thousandths. The larger plug gap leads to more complete combustion of your fuel mixture, which in turn provides more horsepower, better gas mileage, and cleaner spark plugs. The coil features a brass terminal, which is more conductive and resists corrosion longer than the aluminum terminal on the stock coil. And if we actually look at the stock coil, we can actually see the aluminum terminal right there. The Screamin Demon Coil has brass, and so does the cap and rotor. The cap and rotor also has brass terminals as well. So here are the stock ignition wires, or coil wire, yeah, ignition wires that were on the truck, spark plug wires, all that. I can even see right on the side here, they say they are silicone, high temp, 7mm, and all that. So these are the ones I pulled off. Now let's talk about the live wires that we put on the truck instead. Look at those live wires. They are beefy, and they're even numbered. They're all numbered for the right cylinders. On the driver's side, when you got the V6, you got 1, 3, and 5, and on the other side you got 2, 4, and 6. So because the Screamin Demon Coil is too hot for stock plug wires, the kit comes with the LiveWires spark plug wires. LiveWires are constructed with a space-age, heat-resistant sleeving able to withstand up to 1400 degrees. They're approximately 10mm in diameter. The LiveWires look as good as they perform. A spiral wound core that prevents electronic interference, no radio noise or computer interference. Each wire is numbered for the correct cylinder. They're available in a multitude of colors. I have the blue ones, but there's also black, orange, purple, red, silver, and yellow. So in addition to changing out the spark plug wires and the coil, there's also the Dyna-Module. This module goes underneath the distributor. Let me actually show you where that's located. Okay, so the Dyna-Module is really easy to locate. I don't really want to pull off my distributor cap, but you can see these two plug-ins that are going right here, these two connections right here. That's the Dyna-Module right there. As soon as you lift this up and you take off the rotor, there's a little nut right here, maybe 7/32, and one on the other side. You unscrew those, you can lift it right out. It has one little wire that clips into it. It's easy enough to unclip it, and that's it. It's really straightforward. Looking at the factory Dyna-Module for reference, it sits like this. It sits like this on the distributor. This silver side is the bottom side. There's two different size connectors, so you can't get it wrong. And there's the two screws that fit right there, and you got the one connector in the back. But here's the thing about the factory Dyna-Module versus their Dyna-Module. So they say that you can improve the performance of your fuel-injected GM vehicle by installing a Performance Distributor high dwell Dyna-Module. Dwell within the module controls a coil saturation time, which is the time needed by the coil to produce spark. The dwell in this Performance Distributor 8-pin Dyna-Module has been increased electronically to provide the coil with additional saturation time. The result is a more intense and longer duration spark in the combustion chamber that will improve throttle response and low-end power. Installation is easy, as the Dyna-Module mounts in the original factory location with no modifications, as I just showed you. And I can attest that even though I took it for a quick little run last night after I did this super tune-up, I definitely did feel more throttle response, and yeah, certainly some low-end power. So I think this is certainly a result. The kit was about $275-ish with shipping, and it maybe took about 2 weeks to get delivered, because they say each kit they put together at the time of order, I think. So additionally, yeah, it came with a new cap and rotor. You saw that the cap was blue, and the terminals, instead of being aluminum, they're brass. Same thing with the rotor as well. It's got a brass connector thing at the end here. And so that was the whole kit. Then finally, lastly, I decided to take out these Autolite spark plugs, and so I installed a set of these ACDelco rapid fire spark plugs. So doing this whole tune-up kit, I certainly feel the difference in this truck. As you heard, the truck sounds fantastic, and although I haven't had a chance to drive it a lot because I got done doing it late last night, I know that it feels fantastic. I think it's a great upgrade. I'm really happy with the result. I actually have the invoice here, and it looks like the kit was $248, and I paid $18.82 for shipping. So 20 bucks in shipping, $250 for the kit. So yeah, about $275 for, yeah, that's expensive for your regular maintenance tune-up, but you're getting a lot more than that. So I think it's definitely a good result. To be honest with you, I don't really care how much it costs. I just want my truck to run good, and I want my truck to look good. And so on that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. If you found this review of the Performance Distributors Chevy 4.3 Firepower Ignition Kit helpful, informative, or entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I also got this cool window sticker now from Performance Distributors featuring their LiveWires, so my back window is starting to look good.